You've played the games, you've finished them, you watched the credits roll, but did you get the platinum? 100 platinum trophies, 100 games, one player. The Heka Collective presents Platinum, Soul on Display.
Need for Speed 2015. We talked a little bit about it before we came on stream. You said it was kind of a reboot of the franchise. I skimmed the Wikipedia page, and the first thing that I noticed was that it was always online. So, you have the platinum for this, obviously. I'm curious then, what's the story behind it? Why did you dump a bunch of time into this game? And was it any good? Tell me about Need for Speed.
This is one of the... I don't really like online-only games. Like, if you show me an online-only game, it's mostly like, I'm just gonna completely ignore your game. Like, especially when it's a single-player game. If you have, like, online-only single-player modes, I usually just ignore your game completely and I don't give it a chance. But for this one, I'm unsure if I bought this game or someone gave it to me, or if I got it in Plus, I'm not sure. But this game here, when it came out, it was such a, I don't know, such a, to me at least, the graphics on this game are amazing. It came out in 2015, it looks so good. And I was kind of impressed by the way the cutscenes, the real cutscenes, like, was filmed with real actors meshed into gameplay, right? It's kind of see.
I will admit,
the way that fished me, basically.
I will admit, when I was cutting the graphics for this segment and looking at all the trailers, I was like, wait a minute, this has live action shit shot for it. And I was like, okay, maybe that's just one. And then it was in like every trailer, and I was like, is there like a live action component of this game? And then I was looking at them blending the game footage with the live action footage that they shot, and I was like, damn, this game looks pretty good. Like, this came out in 2015. And then, like, sure enough, like, I picked a trailer that has the most gameplay footage, and like the cars look fucking good. I mean, they're on screen right now. They're behind some, filters and shit, but it is an impressive looking game. And I was curious, like, are the cutscenes are live action? There's no like rendered.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
wild. They're normally shot and then they blend in with the background, which is insane to me. When I saw that the first time, I was like, holy shit, this is like the future for Need for Speed. And then they only did it for this game. Going forward, they went back to doing it normally, which I can understand. Probably took a lot of timing and effort to pull that shit off.
So how does the game play? Like, what are some of the ups and downs? Where is it broken? Where does it shine? Tell me a little bit more about the like actual ins and outs.
I think the best thing about this game is the fact that it really does feel like a city at night. Like, when I play other video games, I don't really feel like it's a city at night. I don't feel like the roads or the noise around me is basically complementing what I see on the screen. For me, most video games are just, they dye the sky black and they turn the lights on and they think that's midnight and shit. They don't change anything with the weather. Like, I don't know, for example, mist, right? They don't add mist to the road. They don't add, like, wetness because of the mist to the road. This game does such a good job with the environment and making you feel that you're really driving through the city at night. That really got me hooked. The gameplay is pretty good.
I think that that's something that Need for Speed does really well versus like other racing games, which is just the environmental immersion and just like it gets away with stuff that wouldn't work in stuff that's more like a simulator. A lot of the time, it's like the right amount of blur, the right amount of like arcade steering. It can be really easy to like fuck up a Need for Speed game with the handling and stuff. But so like why is this game not, like, is it obscure? Is it beloved? Do people hate it? Did it have severe shortcomings? Did the always online fuck it? Like, why did they change directions from this? Was it on the Wikipedia article, it says it's a commercial success, but it definitely seems like it wasn't without controversy.
Yeah, there was a lot of controversy, and there still is, over what Need for Speed really is. Because there's the fans like me. I really want Need for Speed to go back to what it was, like Most Wanted, Underground, that type of stuff. And Need for Speed has been trying that, but it seems like the problem with Need for Speed for me is the fact that there is not a single director for these games. It's like every game that they release is a different director. There's no clear vision to where they're heading. So it becomes this weird corporate mess for Need for Speed, I feel. And it's like some people like this game, some people fucking hate it. And for some people, this game was like a spark of hope. And Need for Speed would become what it once was. At least for me, it was when it released, and I was happy with it. But then, like, every single next game after this game was just even worse. Like, I think after this one is like Payback. I think Payback is one of the worst racing games I ever played. No joke. Like, if you like Payback, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I legit don't know what to tell you because it's a game in Las Vegas and the map is pretty good, but there's like spinning wheels for upgrades. I don't know, man. It just feels like it just feel like they used the Las Vegas setting in order to implement more bullshit into the upgrade system. You know, that's the only reason they chose the city, in my opinion. And this game also has like the terrible crash cam. Like if you crash into this game, it's like 5 seconds of watching a cutscene of your car getting fucked, and it's awful. And it's you crash in this game, you can go and make a toast and come back, and the crash cam will literally have your car sitting still, totaled, for you to watch the graphics. I have no idea why they still do that. It's so corny. It's like this is like the remainder of the Burnout DNA without the Burnout charm of crashing a car. It's just so jarring and weird.
Well, the last and most important question I have is, how difficult is it to get the platinum, and is it worth it, and is it still possible?
This is like a 1 out of 10
Okay.
difficulty-wise. It's like finish the game and do the daily challenges, and you have the platinum. But there is one thing to keep it to mention is this game has like 2 DLC packs. I think one is free, and I think the Prestige and Speedless. This shit here, the Prestige and Speedless. I hear so many goddamn stories about people losing their minds over this shit, because this is really, really hard. Like the Prestige DLC, I had people who spend like 4 months trying to get this shit, and it like sits at a 0.1 on PSN. Just for you to have an idea, 0.1. This is like some next level shit. So the main game is so easy, but if you want to 100% this game, man, you're gonna lose your shit. You're gonna go absolutely insane.
All right. Well, yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say any final words, and then that'll wrap it up.
You know, to me, it like this game has a story mode, but it has no antagonist, which was a big weird point for me. So like the cutscenes are literally like you being like, oh, we have to be faster, and you have to be faster. And you know that Monster Energy, I'm living the vida loca type of deal from 2013, you know, type of energy.
Yeah.
This game is that for the cutscenes. It's just it doesn't take itself seriously, and it's pretty good game. But one day we all know this game is gonna disappear from the face of the earth because it's always online.
Yeah, because it's always online. So get that platinum while you can.
Yeah, right. It's a 1 out of 10. It's a good time.
Thanks for subbing to the channel. If you like what we are doing, check out our other projects at heka.uwu.ai. Take care.